All right, good evening. Welcome. My name is Rob Sherman. I'm the principal at Grant Middle School, and yes, I am 6'4". Yes, I'm old enough to remember when Richard Nixon was president of the United States. So that answers a few questions for people out there. But every day I get asked kids, "How tall are you, Mr. Sherman?" I'm 6'4". I got that tall from drinking milk only. Hey, I want to thank the Legacy Theater. Let's give them a hand here tonight. Miss Pennington, Miss MacDonald, Miss Benson, Miss DeLong. Let's give them a hand. So our goal at Grant Middle School has been to have this ownership piece into growing. And we all know Grant Middle School. I mean, I'm a former coach, obviously, myself. But school's more than just athletics, and we want Grant to be that. It's been over 30 years since Grant put on a play of any kind. Last year, Miss McMillan started us off with the drama club. We had 8 to 10 kids who came up here and did skits here at the Legacy Theater, just small 2 or 3 minute skits. And that was our segue into this year, having a full-fledged play with a production, a unit backstage workers, makeup, and you're going to see all that come to reality. And it touches kids all over the building, and that's what we want, because we want parents like you here, right? We want you to be involved. We want you to see all of your teachers. If I could have my Grant Middle School teachers just stand up, because there's so many of them here tonight. After a long day, all of you, but this is going to be a great show. The kids have worked super, super hard. There's just a few things I would ask. Number one, and this is hard, I have to turn mine off too. Please turn off your cell phones. We're recording it back here in the back, so we'll have that option. But the cell phone, we don't want students to be distracted. We don't want them to sit there and look towards a screen or a certain person. So if we could turn off those cell phones, that would be greatly appreciated. We'll have a live stream of this event because we're going to do it at school for the kids at school on Thursday morning. So we'll have a live stream of the event also. So that's super important. So those are my basic rules. I've got another piece of the sheet here that Miss Benson's asked me to read. There will be picture opportunities after the performance. We have 2 professional photographers here tonight that will put pictures on the website and make them available to everyone. Let's see. All the villains will be available for autographs and pictures downstairs following the performance. And our villains are in deliberation for serious case. Please be sure not to wait until after the performance. We wouldn't want the Wicked Witch accidentally cursing someone or their family member into a grave. So thank you for visiting and joining us here tonight. We have a great show planned for you. Let's put our hands together, make a big round of applause.
Murder of a pirate in the first degree. Murder, premeditated homicide, is the most serious charge of the fairy tale criminal courts. You have heard a long and complex case. Now it's your duty to sit down and separate the facts from fairy tales. One man, Captain James Hook, is now dead. The life of another Peter Pan is at stake. If there is a reasonable doubt in your mind as the guilty of the accused, you must declare Mr. Pan not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, he must be found guilty. He will be banished from Neverland and from flying and from being a boy forever. He will be forced to instead live in the miserable real world of adulthood forever. Whatever you decide, the verdicts must be unanimous. I urge you to delay honestly and thoughtfully and quietly because I'm going to take a nap. You are great with great responsibilities. Thank you, and good night.
am Dracula. I am the music of the night.
That's the Phantom of the Opera.
It is? Shoot. And I put it on all of my business cards. Are you sure?
Very sure.
Well then, I am Dracula. I am the king of the jungle.
That's the Lion King. Just take a seat. Evil Queen, check.
Queen is fine.
Actually, you're not the only queen.
What? Who is fair?
I don't know.
You must choose.
I guess you will.
Good answer.
Is Snow White coming?
Why? Do you think she's fairer?
No, not me. Just curious.
Oh, good.
Oh, Rumpelstiltskin. Didn't see you there. Was that a short joke? No.
Now, don't ever let that happen again. I'll curse your family for 1,000 years. Unless you can guess my name.
I just said your name. I have it right here. Sit down.
Oh, right, shoot! Stupid internet ruined my whole thing.
Dr. Jekyll, check.
Good day.
And
You'll never catch me!
Mr. Hyde. Oh, glad you made it down your beach something. Giant Cyclops, check. Do you prefer giant or Cyclops?
Me, giant.
Well, okay, everybody's here. Sure, like villains, sir. Such Peter Pan. Oh well. If there's anything you want, I'm right outside. Just know.
Do they really have to lock the door?
Well, we are villains.
I guess that's true. It's so hot today. I feel like I'm melting. Here, have a box of water.
We need open window.
Thanks, Muscles.
6 days first, right? Can you believe it? They should help. Did you ever hear so much talking? Well, I guess they're entitled. Everybody gets their class. Can't say anything against it, right?
How did you tell me that business about the fairies? Did you ever hear from the sports board?
Well, you don't expect that. You know who you're dealing with.
Whoa.
Fairies, dragons, mock turtles, white rabbits, they're all the same.
All right, everyone, take our seat. Right, this is better than quick. I've got to huff and puff and put out a house tonight. Say, I should have enough power on my lunch to run a brick house, right? No. Are you sure? I mean, I didn't think it'll come to that, but just in case.
Have you ever blown down a brick house using just a rep ever? Of course not. Now sit down. We need to get started. Hey, Doc. How about sitting down?
Oh, sorry. I was just doing nothing. Evil.
What's the thing about Kyle? We're kind of just trying to mind his own business? Well, that's never done for him. They let those lost boys run wild. Maybe it serves him right.
Orphans, that's what they are.
Is everybody here?
One of the queens is still in the bathroom.
Forgive me. I didn't mean to keep you all waiting. It's this humidity. It's making my mouth frizzy.
It's bothering you. You always cut it off.
What's your deal, Hearts? If you have a problem with me, just say it. Don't make jokes about cutting off my head. Be real with me.
Listen to anything about a joke. I'll cut it off. That's what I do.
All right, enough. These just find a seat. All right, now you can handle this any way you want to. We can discuss it like a bunch of peasants in the street and then vote. That's one way, or we can vote right now and see how we stand.
Let's vote now. Who knows? Maybe we can all go home.
Yeah, let's see who's where.
Right, let's go there.
Anybody doesn't want to vote? All, okay, all those voting guilty, raise your hands. 8, 9, 10. 10 for guilty. Mr. Hyde, guilty. And Dr. Jekyll, okay, 11 to 1. Guilty. Now we know where we are.
So this guy gets 2 votes?
Secondly, yes,
And he doesn't agree with himself?
he's 2 different people.
Okay, that's not confusing at all. Every person has a dangerous side. And even within themselves that can be influenced. Really. We're many people. Sometimes all athletes are
All confused.
saw a guilty man in my life. You sat right in court and heard the same thing I did. Peter Pan's a dangerous killer. You can see it in his eyes and his dope hat.
That was a ridiculous outfit.
He's 10 years old.
Even so, if he was my boyfriend, I'd never let him go out like that. No, I'm just saying, I have a boyfriend anyway. It's not a big deal. It's casual. He's not a big bear. He's a guy. He's in college.
Let's discuss the case.
Totally.
It doesn't matter how old he is. Peter Pan killed Captain Hook, a perfectly innocent pirate, and then he terrorized him with the day in the Lost Boys. That's a fact. He even turned the Indians against him. They proved it in court a dozen different ways. Do you want me to list them?
I think you just did.
Well, do you believe Peter Pan's story?
I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't. So what'd you vote not guilty for? There were 11 votes for guilty. It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and banish the boy to adulthood without talking about it first.
Who says it's easy for me?
No one!
What, just because I voted fast? I think the kid's guilty. He could have changed my mind even if he talked for 100 years.
We can if you like. I'm immortal. Once had a conversation for 200 years. It went on and on and on.
I don't want to change your mind. I just want to talk for a while. Look, this boy's been kicked around all his life. You know he doesn't even have a real mother.
It's overrated. What about Wendy? Wendy's a mother figure to him.
She's just a girl. Hey! That's what you're saying. I'm a girl.
What does that have to do with anything? Off with their head.
Anyway, being an orphan made him a tough, angry kid. I think maybe we owe him a few words. That's all.
I don't mind telling you, Scott. We don't owe him a thing. He got a fair trial from me. I mean, we're all villains and villains, so the jury would be fair if the trial was. Look, we're all grown-ups here.
I'm not.
And technically, I'm just a wolf. We're not naming. You're missing my point. The point is that you're not going to tell us we're supposed to believe in him. Knowing that he is an orphan. I read it. And let me now tell you, you can't trust any of it. He even tried to help them by giving up and never interested chores and locking them in their room. No, they don't care. They sneak off and go to the ball anyway. Oh, I dropped my glass slipper. I'm such a klutz. What will I ever do? I'm so innocent. What? Don't you say, Sammy? I'm so innocent. Blah, blah, blah. Happily ever after? Are you kidding? They only dated one night. Can anyone say divorce court?
I would have ordered her heart to be cut off.
I would have ordered her head to be chopped off.
Yeah, we know. Sure. You can order people to do things all day long. Does it work? Do they listen?
No.
Never actually.
See?
I think we're a little off topic.
What a terrible thing for a mother to believe.
Stepmother!
Even so.
I think maybe we try to understand where Peter Pan came from. Is all. Now wait a second. What are you guys, lawyer? There's still 11 of us who think he's guilty. You're alone. If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, Peter Pan will be tried again and found guilty, sure as he can fly. You're probably right. So what are you going to do about it? We could be here all night.
What's wrong with the night? Actually, I wouldn't prefer that. If we wait until morning, I might die. So,
Do you think maybe if we went over again, what I mean
Did
is...
anyone force him to come to Neverland? No, they didn't. He could have lived in any life he liked. He could have stayed home.
No one forced anyone.
Just a minute. Some of us have got better things to do than sit around a jury room.
I can't understand a word in here. Why do we all have to talk like words?
She's right. I think we ought to get on with it.
Well, what do you say? You're the one holding up the show.
I'm the proposition to make. I would call for a vote. I want you 11 villains to vote by Cedar Falls out of guilty. What are you, nuts? This is an open and shut case. See? No reasons for any sympathy. Guilty. All right.
That sounds good. Does everyone agree? Pass this along. Guilty, 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 not guilty.
How do you like that?
Who was it? I think we have a right to know.
Excuse me. This was a secret fact. We agreed on this point. No? If the person wants to remain secret...
What do you mean? There are no secrets here. I know who it was. What's the matter with you? You come here and you vote guilty, and then this slick doctor starts to tear you apart with stories about poor little ugly boy who just couldn't help becoming a very nice, happy thoughts flying sword of entire terrorist. So you changed your vote. God, you're a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Now hold it.
Hold it? We're trying to put a guilty man boy into the door of what you want. And all of a sudden, we're paying attention to the fairy tale?
Just a minute.
Please, I would like to say something here. I have always thought that a person, villain or otherwise, or an animal, or little girls are entitled to have unpopular opinions upon this land. This is the reason I came here, in the open, out of my cave. I wanted the right to disagree. You see, back in my cave in Germany, I am ashamed to say,
What do we have to listen to now? The whole history of your country?
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. I'm to ask you what made you change your vote.
There is nothing for him to tell you. He didn't change his vote. I did. Maybe you'd like to know why. This doctor chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great amount of courage to stand alone, even if you believe in something very strongly. Also, I'm a wild card. What can I say? Most people think I'm drab and predictable, but I'm kind of wild. Like I eat cereal for dinner. What? For dinner?
Oh God, shut up.
Oh God, shut up. No one thinks about you that much. Can we just keep debating?
Look, boy, I was a little excited. Well, you know how it is. I really need to do that. Nothing personal.
So, if Peter Pan didn't kill Captain Hook, then who did? As far as I know, we're supposed to decide whether the boy on trial is guilty. We're not concerned with anyone else's motives here.
Guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is important to remember.
Everybody can love something lawyer.
I take offense to that. Not the lawyer part. I hate lawyers.
Reasonable doubts are.
This is not easy for me. So far, it's just a feeling I have. A feeling. Perhaps you're not familiar with those.
I don't see any need to argue like this. If you're going to discuss this case, discuss the facts.
I think that's a good point. We have a job to do. Let's do it. Unlike peasants who don't do their jobs or pay enough taxes.
if you folks don't mind, I'm gonna close the window. It was blowing on my neck.
You never caught up here.
Was that a short joke? Because it wasn't very good.
Listen to him. It's a very nice snack.
I may have an idea here. Just thinking out loud now, but it seems to me that's up to us to convince this two-faced doctor that we're right and he's wrong. Maybe if we each took a minute to, I don't know, try it on guys.
That sounds fair enough. Supposing we go once around the table.
Let's do it.
Right. I guess you're first.
Oh, well, me and John think and boy guilty. Little boys always make me mad. Climb up stalks, steal hop, me fall. Me mad. Little boy's always guilty. Little boy's not guilty and prove it.
Nobody has to prove otherwise. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. The defendant doesn't have to open his mouth. That's what it says in the Constitution. The Fifth Amendment. You may have never seen it, but maybe you've heard of it.
Sure, me heard it. I know. Me make the boy guilty.
Let's get to the facts. Number 1. The Peter Pan boy chopped off Captain James Hook's hand. Fact 2. He fed to a crocodile. I mean, you chop off somebody's hand. Okay, fine. Understandable. Sometimes you have to light a spear on fire.
You know what I mean?
But being into a crocodile, don't you think that's a little too much? A little overboard? Nobody intended. And now the crocodile has a thirst for Captain Hook. So of course he eats him and he comes off the plane.
Peter Pan's entire story is crazy. He claimed he knew the crocodile would develop hunger for Captain Hook. That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? We all know that crocodiles are like, they're not that different than bears, really. Except that they don't have any further skills to run.
They're reptiles. They're completely different.
They're both scary.
What about wolves? I suppose you think wolves are scary too.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're an animal.
That's not the thing.
How do you know Peter Pan didn't fed the hands of the crocodile in the first place? The crocodile could have wanted it on his own.
And there's also a clock. The crocodile ate the clock. Why would he do that?
Who knows? Crocodiles eat all sorts of things. You're saying it didn't matter if Peter Pan was
He could have eaten it all on his own.
Of course he didn't. He was fed the hands. We all know that.
Let's calm down now. It's your turn.
I don't know. I started to be convinced, testimony from the lost boy. Didn't they say anything about an argument between Hook and the boy? I mean, I could be wrong.
That's right. They heard Captain Hook challenge the boy twice, and then saw Peter walk away angrily. What does that prove?
Well, it doesn't actually prove anything. It is part of the picture. I didn't say anything.
Anything else?
No.
All right, how about you?
I don't know. Most of it's been said already. We could talk all day about this thing, but I think we're wasting our time. Look at the kid's record. At 5, he was in an orphanage, and he stole a car. He's been arrested for reckless flying twice. He was picked up for night fighting. I think they said he stopped fighting a food fight. I mean, who brings a sword to a food fight? Ever since he was 5 years old, Captain Hook, his only father figure, has been challenging him to duel. So did I. These kids, the way they are, they don't listen. I've got a kid. When she was 8 years old, she became very beautiful. Saw her all the time. Every day, she seemed to get more and more beautiful. I was so... told her right out, you're not that pretty. I even asked the mirror. It's a magic mirror, so we talk and stuff. When she was 15, I asked the mirror who was the fairest one of them all. And the mirror said she was. Can you believe it? Rotten kid. I haven't seen her in 3 years. You try and rip their hearts out and they still don't listen. I hear she's living with some mining girl. Sure, it's her, right? All right, let's get on with it.
We're missing the point here. This boy, let's say he's the product of a jungle, a dark forest, fell down a rabbit hole, whatever. We're not going into reasons why forests are breeding grounds for criminals. They are, I know it, and so do you. The children who come out of these backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
I lived in the forest all my life.
Now wait a second.
I used to play in a forest that was filled with trees. Maybe it still smells of me.
Now, let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
Come on now. It didn't mean you, Bella. A bunch of us live in forests. Can't be so sensitive. I can understand sensitivity, being that I myself lived in.
Yeah, boo-boo, we're wasting time. It's your turn.
All right. I had a peculiar feeling about this trial. Somehow I felt the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. I mean, he was appointed by the court to defend the boy. He hardly seemed interested. So many questions were left unasked.
What about the ones who were asked?
For instance, let's talk about the Lost Boys and the Indian Princess, Miss Disney, and the Indian Dolphins. Peter Pan says he's an innocent boy. He turned everyone in Neverland against Mr. Hook, even the mermaids. The mermaids.
We like mermaids. We like all fish. We like to swim like fish, but we don't know how. We sink.
Why don't you keep your thoughts to yourself, Giant?
We all got the right to speak.
It's nonsense talk.
Who are you to say?
Peter said the darling children followed him to Neverland. They're acting on their own accord. They're the ones who thought good thoughts, not Peter.
But he's the one who told them to. The boy lied, and you know it. He kidnapped those children to be part of his lawless tribe.
He may have lied. Do you think he lied?
Now that's a stupid question. Sure, he lied.
Do you?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. You lied.
Do you think he lied?
I kidnapped my fair share of children going to their grandmother's house, and I don't know if that's kidnapping or not. I just don't know. No one blames you for kidnapping children. We all done it. We are not the ones on trial here. Pan is. I think maybe we should try to vote this woman.
It's all right with me. Anybody who doesn't want to vote?
Okay, let's get on with it.
I want an open ballot. Let's call out our votes. I want to know who stands where.
That sounds great. Anyone object? All right, let's go around the table. I vote guilty. Giant.
Not guilty.
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 Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty. Not guilty.
And Mr. Hyde?
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty. Not guilty. 6 to 6.
I'll tell you something. The crime is being committed right in this room. I'm ready to walk into court right now and declare 100. There is no point of going on anymore.
I go for that too. Let's take this into the judge and let the kid take his chances with 12 other villains.
You mean you still don't think there's room for reasonable doubt?
No, I don't.
Perhaps you don't understand the term reasonable doubt.
What do you mean I don't understand? What do you think you are to talk to me like that? How do you like this guy? He comes over here scurrying from Germany or under a bridge or wherever he comes from. Before he can even take a big breath, he's telling us how to run the show. The arrogance of him.
Wait a second. No one around here asked you where you came from?
I live in Castle. I'm the fairest in the land.
Are you sure about that? What about Snow White? Maybe it wouldn't hurt us if they could consist when people came running here. Maybe they learned something we don't know. You're not so perfect.
Please, I am used to this. It's all right. I did not live under a bridge. I am not a troll. I lived in a... Thank you very much.
It's not all right.
Okay, I apologize. Is that what you want?
That's what I want.
All right, let's stop the arguments. Who's got something constructive to say?
Something's been bothering me lately. This whole business about Tinkerbell and Peter, it seems like, I don't know, Whitney is a mother figure to Peter, but Tinkerbell seems to be something else. Tell me we're going to start that again. They went over it and over it in court. I know they did, but I don't go along with it.
What about Tinkerbell? If her testimony doesn't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killings, didn't she?
Just a minute. She's a fairy. She's lived in Neverland her whole life. She's known Peter Pan since day one. She flies around with Peter everywhere he goes. So she's there when he duels with Captain Hook. She's right there by his side. She swore she saw him do it. She's an eyewitness to him directly killing Captain Hook, one of the greatest pirates ever known. And Tinkerbell has been a witness to it all.
It's hard to know what fairy sees through all that dust.
Okay, and they proved that in court you can look through a cloud of fairy dust and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
You sure Peter is not another person with a head like to chop off?
You're a pretty smart fellow, aren't you? How about I chop your head off?
Now take it easy.
Come on, sit down. My problem with Tinkerbell is I trust Tinkerbell. I think Tinkerbell is in love with Peter. We can all see that.
Then why did she testify against him?
Because he doesn't love her back. Spends all his time admiring money, not Tinkerbell. And she's right there in front of him. And he can't see it. All he wants is money. All he wants is a mother. So of course Tinkerbell testifies against him. She can't be around him in Neverland anymore. But she also knows he needs a mother. And a guilty verdict will banish Peter Pan from Neverland into the real world, possibly into the arms of a mother. It's a win for everyone, except Captain Hook. I agree he's a victim, but not by the hands of you. He's just a boy used to blessing, true love.
We confused. This is about you or Peter Pan?
Yeah, let's get back on track.
This is an important trial. Have some respect.
Fairies and mermaids and lost boys, they're all lost. They should all be on trial. These are natural. Human life doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. Look, these people are flying and playing Indians and making houses in the trees. They don't care if they kill a pirate in the process. They don't care. Oh, sure, there's some good things about it too. Look, I'm a business for that. I know you're all into opinions, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no clue. Makes me really think. What's going on here? I'm making my peace, and you, listen to me. They're no good. There's not any of them who's any good. Take to me, this kid on trial. Well, don't you know about them? Listen to me. What are you doing? I'm trying to tell you something.
You quiet now. Me, giant wolf.
I'm only trying to tell you. Does anyone else still think you're alone? No, I'm convinced you're alone. I don't care whether or not I'm alone. I have a right. You have a right. Well, I told you, I think the kid's guilty. What else do you want? Your arguments. I gave you my arguments. We're not convinced. We're waiting to hear them again. We've got time. Listen, what's the matter with you? You're the one who said, off with his head. A killer man boy is going to be flying in the skies. He's got to be punished. Stay with me.
When I say off with someone's head, I don't really mean it. It's just a thing I say to scare people. Didn't you know that?
We're waiting.
Well, you're not going to take it, Pete. I'm entitled to my opinion. It's going to be 100. That's it.
There's nothing we can do about that, except hope that one night, maybe in a few months, we'll get some sleep. You're all alone. It takes a great amount of courage to stand alone.
All right. I admit it. I hate orphans. And I'm just a village. I've been a village since the day I was born. It had nothing to do with Cinderella. I mean, Peter Pan.
Guard.
We'll always be villains, won't we? Not today.